I'm Eddie Muller, here at Bar 355, having snuck away from the TCM Classic Film Festival for a few hours, so I can bring you this week's installment of Noir Alley. Today, I'm showing a provocative film from 1951 about a woman's unstoppable quest to get pregnant. At least that's one way of interpreting The Prowler, a film of incredible complexity and nuance for its day. Any day, really. It was written by the great and prolific Dalton Trumbo and directed by Joseph Losey, who'd go on to be one of the world's most acclaimed filmmakers. But despite its credentials, The Prowler almost became extinct. Before we get into that part of the story, let's consider how the film first came to life. Essentially, it was a parting gift from John Huston to his estranged wife, Evelyn Keyes. Huston was partners with Sam Spiegel in Horizon Pictures, which produced the film for distribution by United Artists. Keyes had long complained about her lack of challenging roles while under contract to Columbia, and when Spiegel bought this story, Huston thought it was perfect for his wife. What no one involved in the production knew, with the exception of Spiegel, Huston, and Losey, was that the screenplay was by Dalton Trumbo, who'd recently been blacklisted as the most prominent member of the Hollywood 10. This was one of several jobs Trumbo took in a frenzy, trying to earn as much as he could before being sent to prison for contempt of Congress. Reviews at the time mostly dismissed the film as a retread of Double Indemnity, but over the years it's earned a reputation as a scathing critique of American materialism. And once Joe Losey relocated to England to maintain his livelihood, The Prowler ended up being routinely cited as the best film of his brief Hollywood career. What's odd is that the film's reputation grew as it became increasingly difficult to see. Like many independently made pictures, The Prowler disappeared not only from theaters, but from TV screens as well. When I formed the Film Noir Foundation in 2005, this was the first film I set out to rescue. What you're about to see is a digital version of that 35mm restoration. Now, while The Prowler fits in snugly with other bad cop noirs, I'm going to suggest you watch it from a slightly different perspective. Every synopsis says, cop seduces married woman, plots to kill her husband. But there's a parallel thread to the story in which the married woman in question, marvelously played by Evelyn Keyes, plots to have the baby her impotent husband can't provide. The character of Susan Gilvray is more complex than the average noir dame, and Keyes makes the most of her. The pregnancy theme is pushed along by a song simply called Baby, which is repeated throughout the movie. I became close friends with Evelyn Keyes in the later years of her life, a friendship that honestly was sparked by this movie. When I first contacted her for an interview, she was sure I was another of the Windies, fans of her most famous role, Sue Ellen O'Hara in Gone with the Wind. When I said I really wanted to talk about The Prowler, Evelyn welcomed me like a long-lost confidant. She felt this was the best part she ever had, and that it was her best performance. Not to be overlooked, the always outstanding Van Heflin, who portrays one of the creepiest gaslighters in movie history. Originally from 1951, and restored in 2008 by the Film Noir Foundation and the UCLA Film and Television Archive, here is The Prowler.